I'm Ruthie, and welcome to Fifth Street Marketplace. Hope you enjoy our show.
Hi, welcome to The View at the Fifth Street Marketplace. I'm Bobbi Avery. This is Judy Lucas, your host for today. And we have our guests this morning are Bob and Barbara Epstein. We're glad to have you here.
Now, I understand that you're basically new to the Fifth Street Marketplace.
We're here for several reasons. One, besides hobby, we were old hands at antique sales. We used to own an antique shop in Vermont.
Oh.
Very, very successful shop. Many of our things are in museums around the world now. And we particularly like this location because of the cleanliness, the fact that we can have a fantastic lunch.
That's one of my
fresh,
favorite parks.
And that I could recommend to other people, so not to be embarrassed. And that was a big thing for us because at this point in our lives, it's still business, but it's a little bit hobby and social. We do meet people here for our other business ventures. I'm a journalist. I'm also an author. Fortunately successful, so I can afford to play around with antiques, which is a passion. And the bottom line with antiques is my interest and our interest in early industrial art. Everything that's antique is completely different than what's made today in the current industrial arts. It's made with wood, with natural products, rather than plastics and pressed metals and so on.
Okay.
And so that's interesting to us, to see things that are embellished beautifully, that have an art form, that are not just something that you use, but something that you smile about when you take a look at the product or the item that you use. And it goes from family to family. Very, very few things today are passed on because they're not designed for that.
Right.
They're
We're in a disposable market.
Exactly.
Today's society.
Yeah, so that gives a little rationale of what we're doing here and why we're here.
Well, your booth is beautiful. Your space that
Thank
you
you.
have upstairs is just beautiful. I really enjoy going up there and looking through and seeing what all that you have, and you keep it changing and moving so that there's a reason for people to keep coming back
Right.
to the shop in order to
Well,
see
things
what's
do
going
sell,
on.
and of
Well,
course-
yes, I realize that.
And as
That's
they
what we're
do,
hoping.
we head over to auctions, like particularly Buddy's auction. We've purchased many things over the years.
Oh, at the
there.
Page auction. right there on
Buddy Page.
127,
And
yes,
last night, I
yes.
bought this. This is from a couple for 66 years in marriage.
Wow.
They're sizing down because they're moving to an apartment because they can't handle their property anymore. So this was something that was beloved to them. They've had it all their married life, and it was on the
Wow.
mantelpiece of their fireplaces over the years. And last night, it was sold at the auction.
Oh.
And I bought it because I saw something in it that fortunately the person next to me did not. The character. This is something that is not only full of bullet holes.
I was going to say, it looks like the kids had fun using it as target practice.
Right.
That would be my brothers.
Exactly. But it was a copper, what it was a windmill. I mean,
Oh, my
not a
goodness.
windmill, a wind vane.
Wind vane,
And
yes.
it's part of a wind vane. You can see the tail shot off, one of the ears is shut off.
So they really shot at that. Those are really.
those are actually-
Oh my goodness! I thought that was just an artist's design.
No, that's 66 years old. That's from their kids.
Well,
No.
perhaps a lot lower. They're
Right.
claiming it's well over 100. Now, I happen to look at it over very much since I bought it because I like it so much. I decided I should sell it here, but now it's going to my farm cottage. I have a writer's cottage at my farm.
Oh,
And
terrific.
that's where I do my books and my articles. Also, I'm senior editor for AP Associated Press Photo News, which is actually American Press
Okay.
Photo News. And Barbara and I do AP Travel, aptravelnews.com. Which
I remember because whenever you all first came here, you came in and interviewed some of us and took pictures while we were in the cafe.
Right, we did
Right.
a story on the restaurant.
Right.
Because for us also, it's the family. Now, you and your sister, I mean, you have your children there, they're working, they're smiling. What a wonderful place to be able to sit down and see a family that works together, that plays together, that enjoys life together. And that's missing in our society now, in the new electronic society.
Right.
And I'll blame it on the television as well, because people are so engrossed, they don't pay attention to the niceties of the social
Of family.
amenities that they should be with family, that they eat a meal together with family instead of watching Hojo, you know what I'm saying? So, and paying attention just to that too. So, and it goes on, in terms of electronics. But what we do, I'm a fisherman.
Oh, I
Oh, my
noticed on your shirt.
Yeah, Barbara embroidered that. Barbara has a wonderful embroidery machine that someday we might bring here and do custom embroidery. But at this point, I travel the world, and I mean the world. Amazon, Congo River, you can't even name a river probably that I hadn't been to.
Wow.
Including, the only one I haven't been to is the Mekong, but I have friends that send me a lot of images.
Do you get to go with
about
him
that.
whenever he does this?
Now she does.
Now I do. I used to have a regular job.
The prerequisite.
Didn't we all?
The prerequisite for a full-time, all-time earning outdoor writer is a full-time, all-time spouse with a steady job.
Now we know the secret.
And that, well, to keep us going that way.
Oh, good.
What we're doing here too is Barbara's been making things for our
Oh, you
booth.
didn't? You made that?
Yeah, and out of scrap, we like to, we
Oh,
like to
my
repurpose.
goodness.
Now, how long does it take you to make something like that?
Something like this, maybe 6 or 7 hours.
Okay, and
Wow,
did
this is
you
beautiful. Let me
come
show-
up with the pattern yourself, or?
Let me hold it up over here.
Yes, yeah, I have a bunch of different ones up there.
Well, how nice. Very, very
That
nice.
is beautiful.
Oh, my goodness, it took you 6 hours in order to make it.
And look what the
And
price is.
she has it for sale for $18.
You've got to be kidding. You
No.
can't get anything like that for $18
No.
anyplace, especially
No.
with the time that's involved
And
in this.
handmade. I mean,
Right.
this is terrific, and it matches your outfit.
Yep.
No. You know how women like to coordinate, You need a new rug just because you've got a new shirt.
It's less than 3 Big Macs. You get to look at it.
Yes, that is gorgeous. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed.
So-
That is really nice. You've done an excellent job on that.
Yeah, in our booth, we have kind of the new and the old. We're not particularly just antique, we just have a eclectic bunch of things, and so,
Well, you
Early
have a
re-
little bit of everything for everyone then.
Yep. From early refrigerators to flatware to baby carriages.
Did I see a mink coat or something up there
A mink
one
coat?
day?
yes, actually,
No.
that was my mother's mink coat.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I always wanted a
And
mink
we're
coat.
open
Yeah.
to offers on that.
No. All right, husbands, did you hear that?
Partly what's happening is we have a lot of things accumulated over the years. See, the idea of being in the antique business is you find things that you're in love with, and you don't want to give up.
Right.
If you do that and you use that as the rationale for purchase, someone else is going to like it as much as you, which means that they'll pay you, they'll buy it from you. If you see something because you think it has value and you buy it for that reason alone, there's a good chance you're going to get stuck with it. So those items that we just bought because we thought it was a good deal, so to speak, that we didn't love, have passion for, are still sitting around in the booths, in the house or in the barn.
But we don't have space.
And we have barns, and fortunately, we have a farm, so we have plenty of space to
Oh,
fill
wow.
up and get dusty. So we begin dusting it off and then bringing it here, saying, oh, maybe it only takes one person
That's
to
right.
fall in love with a particular item. But typically, it's, if I fall in love with this, I'll guarantee, if I put it in the booth, it's gone, maybe today, maybe next week.
Now, is that going to be in the booth?
Yes, because she's talked me into it. She says too many bullet holes. It reminds her of.
What are your
Okay, 'cause I
favorite
thought it
things
was
that you
going
have up there? What do
Well,
you really?
favorite things would be old fishing tackle. Would be
Okay.
things that.
Oh, my husband would love that.
Old fishing books, fishing prints.
Uh-huh.
Things like that it's very hard for me to get rid of. Very hard, because that's my major collectible. And by the way, that's the nature of collecting. If someone's into golf, then they want to collect things of golf. If they're into fishing, they'll collect things of fishing. And dentistry,
Yeah.
you'll see people buying dentist chairs. And you'll go, what are you doing with that? I said, well, I'm a dentist, and that's an antique dentist chair.
Okay.
Yeah, put that in my playroom or in my man cave, they use that term in it.
Yes, they do. They use that a lot.
But my particular passion is to write for children. This is one of
Oh,
my
so
books.
this is from
Now,
you?
you
Oh,
sell them
wow.
here
Yes,
also?
yes, they're there.
let me
Historical
see.
Guide to the Florida Keys, which is the historical guide to the Florida
Uh-huh.
Keys, according to the commissioners of
Okay.
Monroe County in that area. The best restaurants, because I'm a foodie.
Oh, I want that one. Let me have that
I'm a foodie, so that's the
Now,
best
is that the best restaurant? Oh, that's in the
of the
Florida Keys.
And
Okay.
this one, which was my best-selling book, is Calypso Cafe.
Okay.
Calypso Cafe sold huge. I mean, they kept printing it in Memphis, and it kept selling out. So finally, we bought a farm. I mean, we didn't get any money out of it, but we bought a farm. And so we had this book, which was a beautiful research project of eating our way through the Caribbean.
Oh,
And gaining
what a job.
huge weight. I used to be bigger than the average, the average really heavy person. And it got to me health-wise too, so I had to listen to my wonderful wife to stop eating Breyers a gallon a day, which is very difficult. I don't do that anymore, with, of course, with almonds, chocolate-covered almonds. But this particular book has the recipes of the best chefs throughout the Caribbean, the Florida Keys,
Wow.
and Miami, the best chefs. Their specific recipe. To get it, their name is on the recipe. Otherwise, you don't get recipes from chefs. So that's
That's right.
our Calypso Cafe book, which is sold here. And this book, Barbara came up with the idea of On the Road Again, which is what we are. We're always on the road. We're on our way to Lake Norman to do a story. Where else are we going? We're going to Asheville to do a story. We're going somewhere else to do a story. But this book is a logbook. And it was her idea for recreational vehicle owners.
What a terrific idea!
And this
Yeah,
is,
because you forget
We
a lot
have
of
a lot of
places.
RVers
Right.
out there.
and this is the only RV logbook in the world, and we know this to be a fact, that has places to put all your information that you pick up, the brochures.
Oh, my
And
stars.
the pictures you take of your trip. So this is a book that people would buy and have bought as gifts
Yes.
for people that own RVs
Yes.
or boats, because it'll work.
I just
very
had some friends up here
I
2
think-
weeks ago that
Yeah.
had their RV.
Well, I think you
That
should
they're
make up
traveling.
one for cars too, because we don't have an RV, but we like to travel in
Well,
cars.
See, there you
And there's
go.
certain
Right,
things
you could
there.
use that one.
So you not only can come to the Fifth Street Market for antiques and for handmade rugs and books. There's so many things that you can come here for
But I have
that
to-
Bob and Barb have.
I want to ask one thing. I see that it is illustrated by Cheris.
Cherish Epstein is my daughter-in-law.
Okay, I was wondering because I noticed the same last name and I wondered that,
Right.
who did that terrific artwork for you.
The story,
So that's a family book.
the story originated, and the only job I ever had in my life was one year I was a school teacher in Vermont, in a very depressed area of Vermont. The children were all in a lot of trouble in that area. And so I came up with that story to excite them about their environment. Yes.
Good.
We appreciate that. We appreciate the books that you brought in. We thank you so much for joining us here, and also join us for lunch afterwards. I know you love that. But thank you for being here. We
Definitely
appreciate that.
here. I'll take you up on it here.
Okay.
Don't send me it.
That's what I said, here. You already know how good it is, but thank you for being with
Oh,
us.
We've
been a
enjoyed it.
pleasure. Been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Very much.
We'll be right back.
Spirit Broadband provides a bundle which includes 86 of the most popular TV channels, including high-definition local channels. This bundle includes up to 10 megs of broadband internet and unlimited long-distance phone service. The cost for our bundle is only $85 for the first year. Catch the Spirit and become part of our Spirit Broadband family.
Welcome back to The View at the Fifth Street Marketplace. Our second guest is Stevie Bosserman.
Hello.
Welcome, Stevie.
Hello.
Good morning, Stevie. I understand that I'm Judy, by the way, with the Fifth Street Marketplace, and you're fairly new.
Yes, I've only been
At
set
coming
up
here.
since spring. I've had a booth at Fifth Street Markets just since this spring. So, but it works out. It works out awesome for me, actually.
How did you get started with the things that you do?
Well, about 16 years ago, me and my mother had an actual floral business here in Crossville, and then because of medical issues, we had to sell. So I already had a kind of a customer base established. So this works out perfect for me because I'm actually a stay-at-home mother of 4 children. So
You're kidding.
I got 4 little kids. So I stay at home with my kids. So what I'm able to do is make my floral arrangements, gift baskets, my different products, and bring them here. So I have access to storefront where my customers can come in and pick them up, and then I have a website. So my regular customers say, I need a gift basket. And I'm like, jump on the website, pick out one, and go by Fifth Street Market and pick it up. So it works out perfect for me.
Wonderful. Yeah. Now, how did you learn how to do the floral arrangements? Did you learn that on your own, or?
Yeah, I pretty much learned it on my own, strictly by accident. We started our little store originally. It wasn't even a floral business. Honestly, it wasn't even a floral business when we actually opened. It was just kind of like a little mom and pop mix and match store we had, and I started making floral arrangements, which is kind of ironic because I'm really a pretty big tomboy. So my friends and family were like, I can't believe you make flowers. So I started making flowers, and it kind of grew and grew, and then we ended up building a new building up on Main Street, and so it turned into pretty much all floral and gift over the years. So we were open about 14 years, so the Fifth Street Market works out perfect for me.
You can just bring your merchandise here and sell it. And like you say, you've got the website. People want something, they can get it here.
And I cover a large area of items too. As far as the floral, I do home decor, but I also do memorial arrangements and funeral work and things. And a lot of times that's not something, a lot of my customers work at the courthouse here in town or even at the hospital, and they don't have time to leave and go look for something. So when they're able to jump online and look at the website and come by or run by the shop here, because it's right in the center of town, it works out perfect.
What gives you the inspiration for your florals?
I have 4 kids, so when I do floral arrangements, it's kind of like my own little time. I can relax, and that's kind of like my own little meditation to do my floral arrangements and make my gift baskets. So.
Judy, I'm sure you've seen them up here.
They're beautiful. I love her booth, and I love her bows. That's what intrigues me the most, because I'm crafty.
Oh, really? I haven't
but
seen them.
I cannot make a bow. This lady can make a bow.
Well, it's kind of funny because I do a lot of shows, and then I have my booth here, and one of my nicknames that's on a lot of my stuff, it says the Bow Queen, because I make bows.
I noticed that. Yeah.
I make bows for a lot of people, and I actually made, one thing that I'm actually really proud of is I made all of the yellow bows that whenever the Red Cross sold all of the yellow ribbons for the Support the Troops,
Right.
I made all the bows for the Red Cross to sell those yellow ribbons.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think we made about 2,700. I made about 2,700 bows.
How long did it take you to do
It
that?
was over several months. I stayed up lots of nights, but it was over several months' time. I made a lot of bows.
Well, I wondered where they came from.
Now, do you have the bow display here, or how
I have
do you
some
display
bows.
that?
I keep some bows made up. I try to keep bows of different colors and sizes and different, different kinds of fabrics and stuff that I use to make them with. I keep different ones made up here to show. And then, of course, with my booth, of course, I've only been here since spring, but it will change with the season. So, like as fall comes in, we were just discussing the spring, summer, fall time. As fall comes in, I'll be bringing in more, fall-related bows. And I do the bows and ribbons for all occasions. I do pew bows for weddings. I do the big, huge, like orange bows for your cornstalk displays and stuff.
Oh.
And, even like the banks and stuff in Crossville, I make a lot of their bows and stuff for their display. So from little tiny for a gift all the way up to, huge for larger displays. So I do all kinds of bows.
That's great. Now, do you have an example of your work? I mean, we're talking about you doing floral
Yeah,
arrangements
I
and
brought one of the little things I brought, because this is something that
Oh.
I've recently started doing these, and this is just a small rocking chair with artificial floral arrangement in it. I've got smaller ones. And then I've got them all the way up to like the standard size chairs and rockers. But the reason I like these is a lot of my chairs and rockers are antique, and they really can't be necessarily used, to sit and rock in, or, stability, but they're still so pretty. So I pick up, that's kind of what I hunt for. I hunt for different, old antique toolboxes, little rocking chairs, little schoolhouse seats and stuff that are real cute, and I do the floral arrangement off the seats of them. And you
Wow.
can use this in your home, but this is also something that in just the last couple months with the booth has become really popular, is I've actually been taking a lot of these to the funeral homes for the family so that they have
Oh.
something to keep afterwards that's not
Yes.
a live, not a live plant or something of that nature.
Right.
But you can set the,
For a memory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they can't
Right.
go directly outside, but you can actually even set these on your front porch. A lady had me make one for her about 2 weeks ago for her front porch, and then a matching wreath for the door. So it's just
Oh,
something cute to
how
go
cute.
by on there on the front porch. But I do, as far as centerpieces, the little chairs, wreaths, pretty much any kind of home decor or floral arrangement I try.
So, I mean, if someone's even having a wedding or a tea party or whatever, then you'd be able to make something.
Yeah, and even
For
with
them.
Ruthie here at Fifth Street Market, like if people come in and pick out certain things from the shop, I've taken them and put them together to make gift baskets. So because I do, it's a boy, and of course there's several vendors here that have the boy products and the girl products or birthday items. So they may pick out a couple different things, and I can put other things with them to create a gift basket for a birthday or anniversary, or it's a boy or it's a girl. And then of course if they get it through here, then I'm right in town, and I usually do free delivery inside town. So if they want it taken to the hospital or to the person at work or something, I usually take it and do the
That's
delivery.
amazing. You have so much energy.
Yes.
And 4 children, and you just have time to do deliveries and laugh.
There are-
She's never smiling. That's what's
There are
amazing to
some
me.
nights I don't sleep a lot, but yeah. Memorial Day is one of my busiest times of the year, and I think I maybe sleep 2 or 3 hours a night during Memorial Day season, but I sell a lot of the headstone pieces that go over the graves and the vase arrangements.
That's something that I've realized since I've moved here, that Memorial Day is a big day for cemeteries
Yes.
in this area.
I don't know if other states, but like in Tennessee in general, it's a big deal. I mean, Memorial Day is a very big deal here. And actually, a lot of my customers from Florida and Michigan who move here and then travel back and forth through the seasons, I actually ship. So they don't have a lot of, like in Michigan, I ship several to Michigan every spring. They don't do that in Michigan, but they like the idea of it. So they pick their colors and tell me what they want, and I make them up and ship them to them. So it works.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's good. So what other items have you done? Anything else other than floral? And
Well, I do the floral and I do the gift baskets, and I've got some new things that I'll be bringing in because I like, as far as my booth, I like to have because of the atmosphere of Fish Street Market. I try to keep newer items as well, as some antique things. So my booth is kind of incorporated between the two. I've got I've got some wrought iron pieces in my booth, and just different things, but I usually try to pick up things that are unique or, something that you don't see every day. And then I like the idea of being able to take an older item and add the floral to it, and you're able to use it, and it's more current, you know what I'm saying? You're able to use it, and it's just not just an antique that's just sitting. Because a lot of people will see a wrought iron piece or just like the little chairs and think that's really cute, but what do I do with it once I get it home?
I know, the creativity. It's like, you have the
So-
vision where people don't. And then you kind of look at things and it's like, oh, I wonder if I could have done that, but you never do.
Well, Ruthie also, with Fish Street Market, there's a lot of wrought iron pieces and a lot of pieces here,
Yeah.
sconces and different trellises and different things, and you can actually pick it up here, and then I can actually do something with it. Because it's the same everywhere. I mean, everybody tells me that same thing. I love this, but now I don't know what to do with it.
Yes, I have a
bought
few
this really
pieces.
cute shelf, but now I don't really know what to do with it. So that's where I kind of come into play with the being able to put the the things together for them.
The creative touch.
Yeah.
One thing that's really good with Fifth Street Market is I don't live very far from here. Obviously, it's right here in town. So somebody may come in and see the booth, like a lady come in and saw the little chair that I just showed you. She wants a bigger version. So what she did is I came in and met her. She brings me like a cushion, curtain, wallpaper sample, something that has her colors in it, and then kind of tells me what she wants, and then I can make it up and then bring it back here at Fifth Street, and she can pick it back up. So, as far as
Customizing.
custom pieces, I do a lot of custom pieces because, if you make it in blue, their house is red. If you make it in red, their house may be blue. So I try to keep things made up in different colors and offer, offer that custom.
That's a nice plus to have
Offer
that,
that
to be
custom.
able to come here and have you do something that's more personalized for them.
And plus,
So-
I'm sure your prices are reasonable compared to
Yes.
what it would be to
I
go to
try.
a home decor.
Yeah, I try really hard to keep my prices as low as I possibly can too, because like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom with 4. It's kind of a hobby on the side, but this is my way to still reach my customers and not have to, deal with the store or be able to deal with the storefront. I don't think I could drag my 4 children around in a store.
Well, we thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome.
We really have enjoyed learning about the different things that you do. We also thank you for joining us. We hope you've had as much fun and enjoyed yourself as much as we have. Please join us next time, Channel TV3, Spirit Broadband, The View from Fifth Street Marketplace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Weekly